needs us.
Oh, put that loot away, kiddies. The best treasure is gonna be in trash.
I mean, literally, this guy is... Oh my god. My god, it's painful. This guy would rather go dumpster diving for treasure than steal the gold that's right in front of his face. Now, to be fair, right, I should be fair, even though I shouldn't, but I'm gonna be fair anyways. If they threw it out, if they threw the treasure out and it's not useful to them, then it's like, oh well, that's freebies basically. But he's never cared about breaking the law before, so like if there was no gold, he probably would just steal it, or maybe he would just steal both. Like, why does he care all of a sudden? It makes no sense. But I could understand from a legal perspective why he would do this. That's me being fair to him.
I feel richer already.
Wow, that dude opening up the garage door is taking his sweet, sweet time with this.
Oh, drop that useless treasure.
Gotta love the fact that Rocky's mask just like spawns. Like his head's gone, the mask just spawns in, and he's just off to work. His natural selection at work here. Honestly, I'm looking at the water. I wonder if the animation for the water is like not an animation at all, but real water, because the water looks insanely good. Like, it looks way more real than anything here. I guess maybe the walls of the lights do look pretty good, but definitely looks way more real than anything else in this movie so far.
Surf's up, pups. There's a humdinger heading your way.
You just gotta love the fact that they don't show you her pulling him out of that hole, because there's no way that they would be able to fit, this container, this garbage container out of that. There's no way in hell they possibly could. So they're like, you know what, we're not even going to show it. But it would have been funny if it was like a cartoony kind of thing where they kind of like, squeeze through it. While everything else in this episode has been, well, it's not episode, it's movie, sorry. Everything in this has been really exaggerated. So I don't know why they wouldn't do it that way. It would have been way more funny if they did.
Stay right there.
Okay, now I'm back on Rocky's team here because Percy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I can already tell just another problem's gonna start. I just know it. I just know it. Good lord, I mean, that almost crushed Rocky to death. He could have died. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm fine. But look at my truck. I didn't mean to break it, but don't worry.
Dude, he literally told you not to touch everything that you saw, and your eyes were just glued to every button on, just on the truck. You were just touching everything, bro. Like moving it back and forth, smashing into stuff. I mean, we averted another crisis by like 2 centimeters there.
I can fix it. Don't bother. That's enough Percy inventions for one day.
Oh my god, he's so mean. He's so mean. Listen, he's mean. It's harsh, but it has to be done. Cat has to learn. Cat won't calm down. Cat's from Looney Tune land. We need to get him back down to reality. So don't feel bad for him. This has to happen. Growth has to happen. They are, and speaking from experience with my cats, they absolutely are. They have broken many plates and many cups. They'll find ways to break everything they touch. But we still accept them because they're cute. If they weren't cute, they'd be out on the street.
Why bother trying to invent anything if no one cares?
What? A talking cat? Impossible.
Yo, exactly. I have the exact same feeling, Humdinger. It's literally impossible. Why is it that some cats can talk and others can't? I'm so wait. I guess what I made. Oh goodness gracious, that caught me straight off guard. The implication in the Mighty movie was that the power, of the meteor is what could do it. And then I had this theory. I believe I came up with this theory way before then. That the meteor. Well, maybe it was after the movie. I can't even remember. My timeline's all messed up. I believe that, you know, the meteor gave them the powers to speak or something like that. Can't really remember exactly what I said in the video. I believe it was in the Dark History video as to why the dogs can talk and the cats can't. Though I can't remember, like I said. So I always just assumed that, like, the cats could talk because of the meteor or something like that. So now all the cats can talk, they just choose not to for some reason. That, like, what? Of course, classic. You just snap, you snap the lever and then the thing goes insane. Like, why on earth does the lever do this? Kind of reminds me of Star Wars, you know, where you shoot like the panel that closes the door and then the door stays closed or locked. It's like, if you damage it, would it not open up? I'm not really sure how it would work there, but at least that makes a little bit more sense than if you break the lever, then it would just go haywire. That never made any sense to me. The damages in this movie has got to be at least in the millions at this point. And Humdinger is the reason for all this.
I'll pull you out.
With those teeny
I'm so
This movie's really trying to be as epic as it can possibly be here.
glad you're okay. And I'm really sorry I pushed you away, Percy. That's okay. I'm sorry I crashed your truck.
But who's going to save me?
Nobody. Okay? It's gonna be nobody, Humdinger. You're gonna die alone. Unloved. No one will remember you. Not even your mother. She's already on her way out. No one will miss you. And the show will be better without you. So, big peace with your God now, because you're about to meet him. Okay, this is all really interesting stuff. I'm not really sure where we're going here. Not really sure what they're doing with this, but, you know, I'm on board. I'm on board. Actually, you know what? Why am I saying that? No, I'm not on board. I don't want them to save Humdinger.
Tennis ball can!
I wonder how it's still shooting out trash even though there's no trash for it to suck up. Once again, we're deep into this. There's no reason to question anything at this point anymore. We're in cartoon land. This is 100% what Humdinger deserves. And, you know, I've learned not to question it, because I don't even know how this would work. Because of how thin, you know, the boards and all that kind of stuff. They created, like, this tail. I guess the idea is, like, it's chasing it. But at the exact time, it doesn't really make any sense because of how thin it is. You know, and it's not got, like, a mouth like an animal does. Because, you know, once the jaws clamp on its tail, that's what kind of happens. You know, because the bodies are, you know, together at that point. But I don't feel like it would happen in this case just because of how thin and small it is compared to how big the sucking portion is. But like I said, there's no point in questioning anymore.
No, I'll never find treasure in trash.
Are we serious? Is that the way we're gonna do it? We're gonna end like that? He threw away a cup that literally make mention to it, and now he just like got amnesia or something, forgot about the mug or the cup. And then he sees it again, and he's like, well, there you go. That's my treasure right there. Like, is something wrong with this guy? Is there something mentally off with this guy? Is he taking medication? Is he seeing somebody? And that's it. That's Rocky's Cat-Astrophe over and done with. I'm going to be honest. I really enjoyed it for the most part outside the Humdinger stuff. And I think I've made that very clear watching this. That Humdinger was the absolute worst thing about it. I hate the character so much you have literally no idea. I would be in an orange suit behind bars for a long time because of what I would do to him. I can't stand him. It's just, I would have much preferred the movie just not focus on him. Just make a new villain. Like, please just do that. It would have been just so much simpler had they done that. But what can you do? It's not really original. Even though there's quite a bit in here that was really well written. he was by far the worst thing about it. They throw in the fact that his cats can talk, and they don't sound like adults, they sound like kids. Even though I know one of them did talk and it sounded like a kid. They all look to be the exact same age. So that doesn't make much sense, especially when it comes to the Mighty Movie stuff. You know, because the cats can't talk, and then they even make reference to the fact that they can finally talk now that it's got the meteor shard on them. So, you know, that whole thing is like, I guess you gotta theorize on that. But I think the real heart of the movie is Rocky and his relationship with Percy. I really liked it, and I know I repeated that quite a bit throughout my reaction time, but I couldn't really help it. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. Some of the mannerisms and animation of Percy was a bit annoying and a bit over the top, but I think that was the point, is that you're supposed to feel like Rocky in that scenario or situation, getting annoyed with him, but also like having enough maturity to know that he's not doing it on purpose. That's all good stuff. Rocky is easily the best character in the movie. I do like his little bit of arc that they put him through, you know, about you know, accepting help. That was all really nice. And especially there's some really good stuff between him and Ryder throughout the movie. And I like the fact that they put Ryder back into the father, you know, he's been put back into almost like the father-like role. And that's the way that I always felt about him. And we got to see that, you know, in the first Paw Patrol movie. He kind of felt like this, you know, this savior almost for Chase, and this father figure that helped him through, you know, the pain and the fear that he was dealing with. And I'm glad that they brought that back here for Rocky to remind him about all that. That, you know, Rocky is essentially similar to Percy, and Ryder still found a way to help him overcome all that. You know, like, he was annoying, but Ryder found a way to be calm and help him grow, you know, as a person, you know, as this character that we all know and care about. So that was all really good stuff. A lot of great stuff, and it's really impressive when you're really thinking about it. We haven't really gotten character focus like that in a long time, and I didn't like the movie for Tracker. I forgot what the name of the movie was, but I didn't like it, and it kind of felt half-hearted. A lot of stuff with Tracker, but I feel like the stuff that they did here with Rocky, Percy, and Ryder, I felt like it was really sincere, and the writers really knew the characters when they wrote it. They did such a great job. And I also like the use of the other pups. They didn't get in the way at all. They were themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. I like that all of them had something to do in the movie. And all tried to help Rocky out and do their job. I like the use of Zuma as well, as he got some bits here and there throughout that. Just felt right. So at the end of the day, it was flawed. It was pretty flawed. All the flaws come down to Humdinger, of course, but regardless, it is a flawed movie, but a well-meaning, you know, well-hearted one, and that means a lot as a fan. I think they did a really good job here, honestly, and just more of this. Less of Humdinger, more of the characters, because this obviously shows that they are the best thing about the show, and that's what got people to be fans in the first place. So, with that being said, I am done here, but I want to hear what you think, so let me know. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you later.